Stephen R. Covey says that being proactive is the foundation of the other habits of highly effective people. Being proactive says, I am the force. I am the captain of my life. I can choose my attitude. I am responsible for my choices. I am responsible for my own happiness or unhappiness. I am in the driver's seat of my destiny, not just a passenger. I am in charge of how I feel, and today I am choosing happiness. Welcome to the study of self. This lesson will focus on proactive behavior, where you act only after a quick reflection. The learning objectives of the course are 1. To adjust your behavior to express a better version of you always and always. 2. To empower you to become a victor and not a victim. The outline of this course is as follows. 1. To understand what proactive behavior is. 2. Know your circle of control and influence. 3. Be equipped with tools to choose to be proactive. Let's start with lesson 1. What is proactive behavior? Proactive behavior means taking control and making things happen rather than just adjusting to a situation or waiting for something to happen. It means choosing to be a victor and not a victim. Do you know who a victim is? Basically, someone who has decided they are helpless. Are you helpless? I certainly hope not. Once you blame everyone else but you with a problem you are facing, you lose your power. Remember, the power to choose your behavior is yours. Use it. Lesson 2. The effects of our thinking, feelings, and actions and its impact. Mark Twain once said, "Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. You need to take responsibility. Find a solution when something goes wrong." People with a victim mindset believe that everyone is against them. They believe no one cares for them. They believe they are the only people with a problem. They can make you feel so sad when you are around them. Let's listen to 2 different stories and answer a few questions afterwards. Meet Amma. She is bossy and her classmates complain about her. She thinks they are all against her and so isolates herself from classroom activities. Let's talk about this for a minute. Pause the lesson. What do you make of this story? Do you enjoy bossing people around? Why do you sometimes feel people are against you? How do you feel or act when you don't achieve an aim or goal? Does it affect the way you think about yourself? Will what others say about you hurt you? Reflect on this, answer it, and let us know by sending us your comments. Now, meet Kofi. Kofi is a good goalkeeper for a school's football team. He skips practice more often than not. When the coach refuses to field him, he pouts and walks around saying all manner of things. How would you describe Kofi's behavior? Marianne Williamson writes, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Believe in your greatness and act accordingly. The only person stopping your greatness is you. It is not your mother, father, teacher, or friends, because guess what? You choose how their behavior affects you. Will you rise up and take up the challenge of becoming everything you have been created to be? Live a life of purpose. Victims are easily offended, blame others, get angry and say things that they later regret, complain about everything and nothing. Winners are slow to be offended, empathetic, take responsibility for their own choices, think before they act, and always find a way. Now, who are you choosing to be? Proactive or reactive? A victim or a victor? Lesson 3. Tools and tips to help you stay proactive. Time out. The first I'd like to share is take frequent breaks or call a time out when you are feeling angry, anxious, or sad. You may take a short walk or drink water. It's amazing how that break impacts you. Research by Susanna Hills confirms that walking briskly or jogging really does calm you down by sparking nerve cells in the brain that relax the senses. According to Renee Melton, Director of Nutrition for Sensi, you get dehydrated when you are under stress because your heart rate is up and you are breathing more heavily, so you are losing fluid. She also says that during times of stress, you are more likely to forget to drink and eat well. Just getting enough fluids helps to keep you at your best during times like these. Count 5 to 1 backwards. The second tip is to stop talking and count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then make a choice to be proactive. All it takes is 5 seconds to rewire your brain to choose a proactive step. Mel Robbins, who is a lawyer, coach, and who wrote the book The 5-Second Rule, says she's come a long way by counting backwards from 5. She says, counting up is something you do all the time and doesn't require any focus. When you count backwards, you are switching gears in your brain, requiring it to do something that has focus to it. Counting backwards has been proven to force your brain to do something different. The different state must be completed with your power statement to choose a different action. Breathe. The third tip is to breathe. David DeSalvo goes to great lengths to explain the science behind breathing in the article, How Breathing Calms Your Brain and Other Science-Based Benefits of Controlled Breathing, published in Forbes magazine. Controlling your breathing calms your brain. It also regulates blood pressure. It influences your brain's emotional control regions and enhances your memory. Those are the 3 steps to behaving proactively. Pause. Take a break. Drink water to calm your nerves. Count backwards to rewire your brain. Make a decision to make more empowering choices. We believe you've got this. You have just completed the course on proactive behavior. Before we go, here's a recap of what you've learned under proactive behavior. Choose proactive behaviors for when you're in the classroom, home, and playing with friends. In the classroom, share, be safe, wait your turn, take care of materials, stay on task, inside voices, be kind. In the cafeteria, use nice manners, clean up your things, inside voices, tummy to the table, no running. At specials, include others, don't interrupt, wait for your turn, be kind, raise hands. On the playground, treat others how you want to be treated, no chasing. Share, take turns, be safe, be kind. It's time for a gem step. A gem step is an assignment that impacts your daily choices. 1. Do something today that you have wanted to do but never did. Leave your comfort zone and go for it. Raise your hand in class or join a club. 2. Push the pause button and count 5 to 1 backwards before you react to someone who bumps into you in the hallway, calls you a name, or cuts in line. Thank you for spending time with us. Be sure to practice your gem step and share your experiences with us. Send your learnings to ask@leadafrique.org. Until we meet again, remember, we are here to cheer you on to greatness. Welcome to the Study of Self. This lesson will focus on proactive language, whereby you as a speaker take responsibility for your situations and experiences. The learning objectives of the course are 1. To learn to adjust your thoughts and thereby your actions. 2. To make positive judgments of yourself and others. The outline of this course is as follows. 1. To activate the pause button to rewire your thoughts and therefore your actions. 2. The 4 human tools needed to make great decisions. Let's start with lesson 1, activating the pause button. No one is born a winner or loser, but each one is born a chooser, and the author of this quote is unknown. Let's begin today with a story. Meet Sima and her family. Sima is an 8-year-old and her brother Sim is 13. They also have a 5-year-old brother, Sai. One day, Sima's parents had to leave them at home alone. They appointed Sim as the captain of the house since he was the oldest. Sim was responsible for ensuring that they were all safe in mom and dad's absence. He was also responsible for ensuring that Sima keeps off the cookies in the refrigerator. Upon their return, Sima's parents met a house that had been turned upside down and all the cookies in the fridge gone. When Sim was questioned by his parents, he immediately chose to blame Sima and Sai. Oh, he was so angry, especially with Sima, because she was older than Sai. He finally responded to his parents, "I was busy and forgot to check up on them." He continued to scold Sima and call her names. Sima burst out crying uncontrollably. Mom then called a timeout. She later called Sim to talk. She used the 4 human tools to resolve the conflict and impart new knowledge. But before we go there, what could Sim have done differently? Take a moment to send in your responses to ask@leadafrique.org. Lesson 2. 4 human tools. There are tools that help you to make decisions in your life when you need to think before you act. These tools are called the 4 human tools. These 4 tools help you to reflect before you act, which also means using the remote control to push pause. They are 1. Self-awareness. 2. Imagination. 3. Conscious. 4. Willpower. Self-awareness simply means that you can objectively observe and positively influence your thoughts and actions. In this scenario, Sim could have taken a moment to pause and assume responsibility for failing to do as was expected of him. Imagination, which says I can listen to my inner voice to know what's right from wrong and to determine my next right move. Here, Sim could have listened to his inner voice, apologized and gotten Sima to help him clean the mess. 3. Consciousness refers to envisioning new possibilities. In a state of consciousness, Sim could have said, "Okay, I messed up. I am sorry. What are the options here? What can we do to right the wrong?" Finally, willpower, which reiterates that you have the power to choose your action in any given situation. In choosing to activate his power of choice, Sim could have chosen to proactively correct himself, simmer a sigh, and create terms of engagement for a next time. If Sim knew this tool existed, how would he have used it to salvage the situation? Sim apologized to his family and sought to make amends. He lost a bit of his parents' trust in him to take care of the house and had to work to win their trust again. Now that you have learned to behave proactively, make proactive choices and use proactive language, how different will your life be? Is there anything else you would like us to explain? Simply send a message to ask@leaderfreak.org. We will be expecting your messages. You have completed the entire course on being proactive. It's time for your gem step. A gem step is an assignment that impacts your daily choices. Review all your notes on being proactive. Create your own proactive toolkit of things you will choose, say and do to take responsibility and control of situations. We are super proud of you and wish you well on your journey of proactiveness. Thank you for spending this time with us. Be sure to practice your gem step and share your experiences with us. Send your learnings to ask@leaderfreak.org. Until we meet again, remember, we are here to cheer you on to greatness. Welcome to the study of self. This lesson will focus on proactive choices, whereby you learn to make choices from a state of calm and not impulsive states. In this lesson, you will need a book, pen or pencil. The learning objectives of the course are to understand what it means to be proactive, to empower you to make proactive choices. The outline of this course is as follows. 1. To understand what being proactive means. 2. Know the difference between proactive and reactive behavior. 3. To develop your power to choose. Let's start with lesson 1. What does being proactive mean? You make things happen. You are not simply sitting and waiting for mom, dad or someone else to always do things for you. Make a list of all the things you normally wait for others to do for you. For example, do you wait until the breakfast is made when you can make a simple cereal to eat so you are not hungry? Now, make your list and decide what you will do with the list. Let's start with lesson 2. Know the difference between proactive and reactive behaviors. Let's do a little experiment. Place a bottle of water and a bottle of soft drink on the table. Make sure you're in a safe space so you don't stain a sofa or carpet. First, shake the bottle of water forcefully and open it. Write down your observations. Next, shake the bottle of soft drink forcefully and open it. Write down your observations. It's likely the soft drink will explode and splash all over. It will create an absolute mess and you have to spend time cleaning everywhere it may have spilled. How does this relate to this lesson and our personal reactions when things happen? Do you spin out of control like the soft drink or do you remain still like the water? Soft drink choices are made on the spur of the moment, usually pure reaction, and are often filled with anger, sadness or guilt. They are messy and it usually takes a while to clean up and repair the harm. Water, however, is calm and in control despite the hardest shaking. Are you a soda kid or a water kid? Young people who exhibit characteristics of the soft drink exhibit the following: angry, reactive, arguing, out of control with voice and bodies, blames others, not prepared and doesn't have a plan, yelling, whining, arguing and disrespectful, and also they want their way only. Young people with characteristics of water exhibit the following: they are proactive, calm, working it out, showing self-control and integrity, take responsibility and being honest, prepared and has a plan, seeking to understand normal and calm voice, and thinking win-win. You may say it's too difficult, perhaps, but not impossible. Besides, all your friends are being reactive. Why must you be the one to practice proactiveness? If you want to be highly successful, you must make proactive choices. Also, you were born to stand out and not fit in. Choose to be outstanding. We believe in you. Victor E. Frank said, between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Which brings us to lesson 3, the power of choice. Each day, you and I have about 100 chances to make proactive or reactive choices. On any given day, you'll be faced with the choice to be proactive or reactive. The weather can be bad. Your brother or sister will get on your nerves. A friend will gossip about you. Someone will call you names and tease you. Your parents will take away your phone. Or you even fail a test. Someone you like may not like you back. What are you going to do about it? Will you exercise your power to be proactive? Assume you like someone and the person doesn't reciprocate. What will a proactive choice be like? What will a reactive choice be like? Remember that you always have a choice. Your choice is always within your control. The other person or person's behavior is out of your control. Things outside my control are other people's actions, other people's words, other people's play, other people's behavior, other people's ideas, other people's feelings, and other people's mistakes. Now, the things I can control are my words, my actions, my ideas, my play, my effort, my mistakes, and my behavior. Is it really difficult to be proactive when things do not go your way? Share responses with us via ask@leadafrique.org. Before we go, let's recap the key lessons you've learned in this course. There are 2 kinds of behaviors that we exhibit when something happens to us. 1. Spin out of control like a soft drink, which is reactive behavior. 2. Remain still like water, which is proactive behavior. Reactive choices are made on the spur of the moment, usually pure reaction, and are often filled with anger, sadness, or guilt. Reactive behavior is messy, and it usually takes a while to clean up and repair the harm. Proactive behavior is, however, calm and in control, despite the hardest shaking. Each day, you have about 100 chances to make a proactive or reactive choice. Focus on what is within your power to control, and leave the rest to other people. It's time for a gem step. A gem step is an assignment that impacts your daily choices. 1. Listen to your inner voice this week and use it to make decisions. 2. This week, think about solutions to problems you face. Don't whine or complain. A proactive pledge. And please put your name there. Choose to pause, think and choose before I act when I am upset. And please put your name there once again. Choose to pause, think and choose before I act when I get low grades so I can bounce right back up. You have just completed the course on proactive choices. What steps will you take to be more proactive? Do tell us. Would you rather be proactive or reactive? Thank you for spending this time with us. Be sure to practice your gem step and share your experiences with us. Send your learnings to ask@leadafrique.org. Until we meet again, remember, we are here to cheer you on to greatness.